Good afternoon. This is Sunshine Reports. My name is Timile Faladi. Umesoma Ejikeme, who has been accused of a UTME results forgery by the Joint Admissions and Matriculations Board (JAMB), says the 3-year ban instituted against her is not fair. The 19-year-old claims her results notification slip for the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination showing a score of 362 out of 400 was printed from the JAMB results portal. But the board argues she is parading a forged result on a template it discontinued in 2021. Umesoma, whose official score is 249, in an interview on Channels Television, insisted she should not be blamed for the controversy. Umesoma said she sent an SMS to JAMB through its support system, but got no response and called on JAMB to check the support system for the SMS she sent for clarification. Meanwhile, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board (JAMB) has been advised against subjecting candidates of the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination (UTME) to public ridicule without proper investigation. The call was made by the chairman of the Academic Staff Union of Universities (ASU), University of Calabar, John Edor. The ASU chairman, who stated that the media trial was not the way to go, said relevant agencies should be allowed to investigate the matter, affirming that proper investigation would show if Umesoma hacked into the JAMB portal or not. In 2019, JAMB accused 18-year-old Kinsley Unekwe of altering its UTM result from 201 to 269 in order to meet the cut-off points to study medicine at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. The withdrawals of Nkwe's result made him the 5th person whose UTME scores were cancelled. The chairman of the All Progressives Congress (APC), Abdullahi Adamu, says the announcement of principal officers for the 10th National Assembly by the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, and House of Representatives Speaker Tajuddin Abbas is not from the party's secretariat. Adamu said the party was not officially informed about the sharing of the offices, describing the report of the emergence of principal officers as a rumor and not acceptable. The party chairman, who spoke at a crucial meeting of the National Working Committee and APC governors at the party secretariat in Abuja after the announcement of the principal officers, said until the party formally resolves and communicates with the National Assembly leadership in writing, which is the norm and practice, whatever announcement is done either by the President of the Senate, Deputy Senate President, Speaker, or Deputy Speaker is not tenable. The Ondo State government has assured the people of the Ijigba community affected by erosion that government's intervention will soon get to them towards making life better at the grassroots. Commissioner for Environment, Sunday Akinwalere, reiterated the commitment while assessing road degradation in Ijigba community in Akure South local government area of the state. Joy Pius reports.
Ijigba community in Akure South local government area has witnessed tremendous growth following concerted efforts by indigents to complement the redeemed agenda of Ondo State government. However, ecological problem is one of the environmental challenges confronting this part of the community. Residents in the affected area are faced with the fears of losing their property and even lives due to the threatening state of the road. Worried by the devastating effects of the scourge in the community, residents said the gully erosion site was caused by wrong channelization while appealing to government to assist the community in fixing the bad portion.
It's dangerous for the community. It's one of the things when it can even cause a damage for this community.
Before, this place is very true to the next community. But after some work that they do for this road, so that direct the drainage. So yeah, so everything come scatter. Sometimes some people can, if the rain fall too much, They will leave the house.
In ensuring a first-hand information, the chairman of Akure South local government, Mr. Gbenga Olaniyi, led the government's team to an on-the-spot assessment of the gully erosion site, where he said it is beyond the capacity of the people of the community.
When I first came here some 2 years ago, it was not as terrible as this. And I believe a stitch in time saves 9. Because it's obvious now that the community alone cannot address this place. And also the local government too doesn't have such finances to address this type of gully erosions. Because you can see that this gully is right there in the middle of the roads. And it has even cut the community into 2 to please come into our assistance at this particular time.
While inspecting the area, the Commissioner for Environment, Mr. Sunday Akinwalire, said government would always support communal initiative targeted at grassroots development and assured that the erosion site will be visited.
This is pathetic, and this is part of the thing that Mr. Governor would not want people to experience. But the best we could would be to package the whole thing and submit to Mr. Governor for his consideration, and I'm sure he would definitely approve for this erosion site to be visited so that people will get the support they needed to survive in the environment.
It is hoped that the affected area will in no distant time be fixed to ease movement in the community. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
4 hospital workers have been charged to court over the missing placenta of a baby at a health center in Imurele, our council area of Ondo State. The police public relations officer on the state command, Fumilayo Odunlami Omisoya, who confirmed the development, said the suspects were charged on 2 counts of conspiracy and negligence. Osrc's Sahid Aribisala in this report provides an update as well as steps taken so far by Ondo State government over the matter.
Imurele in our council area of Ondo State has since been in the limelight following Osrc's exclusive report on the case of a missing baby placenta at a health center in the community. More developments are, however, emerging since the family raised alarm over the incident. Days after the report of a missing baby placenta right here at the Comprehensive Health Center in Imurele, our local government area of Ondo State, currently, the facility is now under lock on our return visit. One could only wonder what becomes of the healthcare needs of the people around this area for as long as the facility is closed. To find answers, Osrc's crew was at the State Ministry of Health to speak with the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Banji Ajaka. Dr. Ajaka, who noted that government has zero tolerance for negligence from staff, particularly in the health sector, said a committee has been set up to investigate the matter and submit a report.
Primary Healthcare Board, which is supervising the primary health, is putting his own committee together and doing the investigation. You know, their own independent investigation aside from that of the police. At the end of the day, we are going to take action, you know, based on the police report, based on our own investigation.
On the closure of the facility, the commissioner said its doors will be open to patients soonest, just as government will do more to secure all its facilities.
To maintain some relative peace, yes, I think is in order, but it is not going to be for a long period. We are trying to look at what we can do in all our primary health center all over. Like the one that has no fence now, we know it is important, it's compulsory for us to fence all our facilities.
The Ondo State Police Command Public Relations Officer Fumilayo Odunlami Omisoya confirmed that 4 hospital workers have been charged to court on 2-count charge of conspiracy and negligence.
The 4 suspects involved have been charged to court, which includes a nurse. The nurse was the one who was on duty but claimed she was tired and she refused to deliver the woman of the baby. However, one of the staff there, who is not a nurse, actually stepped in and delivered the baby. Then we have another assistant science laboratorist there. Then one woman who was also said to be the security of the maternity home.
A chief magistrate court sitting in Owo has however granted the suspects bail in the sum of 200,000 naira and 2 sureties each. The suspects are also due to be back in court on 10th of July 2023. The baby placenta, however, remains missing weeks after delivery. Sahid Aribisala, Osrc News.
Acting Inspector General of Police Olukayode Egbetokun has deployed 35 commissioners of police to various state commands and formations across the country. First spokesman Muyiwa Adejobi, in a statement, said the deployment followed the approval of his recommendation by the Police Service Commission. According to the statement, the postings are in line with the commitment of the police leadership to ensuring effective policing, security and maintenance of law and order in Nigeria. The statement charged the appointed commissioners of police to key into the policies, vision, and mission of the Nigerian police force, while mandating them to prioritize the safety and well-being of the citizens they serve, ensuring adherence to the principles of fairness, professionalism, and respect for human rights. A delegation from the International Bank of America has visited President Bola Tinubu at the State House, Abuja, lauding him for the economic policies rolled out so far. The delegation, led by the bank's president, Mr. Bernard Mensah, expressed excitement about the initial steps taken by the new administration, which is said was taking Nigeria back to its rightful place on the global stage. Mensah said the bank could now also help think through new technology applications, the global debate around climate change, and how it can bring resources to bear so that Nigeria takes a seat on the worldwide stage on such issues. In his remarks, President Tinubu said though his administration had been on the right track for over 30 days, it needed strategic help from international partners. He urged the International Bank of America and other willing financial institutions to help ensure that Nigerian gas competes favorably in the global market as a viable alternative revenue source. Now to sports. The Nigerian National League has agreed to stage the final group games of the Super 8 playoffs simultaneously. The head of operations of the NNL, Emmanuel Adesoya, said the development is to ensure fair play among the teams in the Southern and Northern Conference groups. The last group matches of the promotion playoffs will hold today, and Katsina United will take on Kano Pillars at the Stephen Keshi Stadium, Asaba, while the tie between DMD, FC and EFCC will hold at the JJ Okocha Stadium, Ogwashi Uko. In the Southern Conference Group, Heartland will take on Sporting Lagos at the Stephen Keshi Stadium, while Abeokuta Stormers will clash with FC1 Rocket at Ogwashi Uku Stadium. And still on sports, the Super Falcons have touched down at their base in Australia ahead of their 9th appearance at the FIFA Women's World Cup, which kicks off July 20 in Australia and New Zealand. The Super Falcons are setting the sights and surpassing their previous achievements at the tournament. Despite dominating the African continent with 11 WAFCON titles, the team is yet to make it count at the world level, only reaching the last 16 of the World Cup in 2019 after being dumped out in the group stages before 1999 and after. The 23-woman squad will begin their quest against Canada on July 21, followed by Australia 6 days later and Republic of Ireland on July 31. It is the first time the Women's World Cup will feature 32 teams and will also be co-hosted. And that's a package on Sunshine Reports this afternoon. Thank you so much for watching. I am Timile Faladi.